When did you plant those? I went, darling, they've been in your garden for about 20 years. Good morning, guys. Thanks for tuning in once again. I love this job. The guys have been here for about 2 months now. 260 tons, thousands of plants, a path. We've cut a few trees down. Some trees that have actually fallen down due to the wind. We'll show you that in special kids zone. You'll love it. Massive lawn, big flat lawn, automatic irrigation, incidental stones, some bug hotels and a few other little exciting things that are going to emerge on the way. The cool thing is, this is the landing zone for the zip wire. Imagine that one for your kids. Hey kids, we're going to have a zip wire in the garden. They won't be landing on this mattock, that's not part of it. It says here, I'm loving having my photo taken, but please do not climb. Well, there's no climbing frame here, folks, but this arrangement where the zip wire is going to end will be quite a spectacle. I'm sure the kids are going to love that. When the kids come zipping down the zip line and they crash at the bottom and roll on the floor, they get to then run up to the lawn. There's a bit of a kids scramble next to these two bug hotels and lots of shady plants that we've got here. Lots of vinca minor, hostas, Asplenium, scolopendrium. We've got various different types of ferns, polystichums. We've got some royal ferns. We've got some Punga, Dicksonia antarctica, or otherwise known as massive tree ferns. We have 3 ordered for this area, but they're not going to come until later on in the year. This lovely cherry tree used to be the home to this wonderful slide, and we didn't really want to move it, unfortunately, because of the topography of the ground. The tree came down and we decided to leave it. We're probably going to get something to grow up it and let it just get old, just like the rest of some of the elements in this garden. So anyway, this willow fell over during the storm and the client said, oh, could you chop that up? And I said, never in a million years. Just look at it. You couldn't buy that as a feature, and it's even got its own almost bonsai shaped willow growing out of the top. So the incidental planting that we've got on the outside of the garden, which is to this side of the path, is completely different to the embankment planting. This is just to basically give us ground cover to the carpinus and the Brassica trees that are used to screen the garden from the neighbours, and obviously vice versa. Echinacea, epidemiums, ligualaria. We've got some poppies. These little bad boys, they're going to come up here somewhere. Some foxgloves, digitalis. And I'm sure when we come back in a few months' time towards the end of the summer, I haven't seen the beginning of summer yet, but as soon as the sun comes out, these bad boys are going to grow. I mean, they're only in a few days ago, and all of these are sort of laid down, but they're all now standing proud because they're all full of water, taking up a lot of energy out of the ground. There's a whole mixture of planting here. We've done the planting in clumps, or swathe planting as you like to call it, so we have lots and lots of impact in great big areas, so we don't have one flower here and one flower over there. For example, the echinacea, they're done in clumps of 7s or 9s to give lots and lots of colour and lots of height. Pipes sticking out all over the place. These are going to be pop-up sprinklers for the whole garden. Is automated with an automatic irrigation system. The client insisted on making the trampoline a home. As much as I didn't want to put the trampoline in the garden, it's essential that we have these things in here for the kids to play. And what it did, it extended the lawn right into this garden. I mean, I perhaps would have sloped this down a bit more and created some more rocks, maybe a bench or some description, but we had to sway away from that idea. Client wanted a trampoline, and it was a good reason for us to level this corner of the garden, so hence we've got this little slope up here and plenty of planting to tie it into the rest of the scheme. You may notice some of the bandages in cling film that we've got on the trees, and unfortunately they were subject to a little bit of damage with the main contractor. The clients had a large extension on the property. They needed to move some of these trees and they weren't in the best of conditions, so we've done our best and we've placed them in the corner of this garden to give a bit more vertical impact. So some of these plants that we've got actually really dainty. If you look at these really delicate thin stemmed plants, it's a thalectrum, and it's like a meadow style plant. Millions of tiny little purple flowers. It's going to create this great big mass here because we've got 7, 9, 10, 11 of these little bad boys. It's going to be a great backdrop to this part of the garden. But I've got something slightly better to show you. We've managed to prune these bamboos, Philiostachys aurea. They look amazing. Before, this was a dense undergrowth of brown, dead looking, overgrown, bit of a mess, full of bindweed and thistles and all kinds of horribleness. But now they're quite minimal and they look quite beautiful. And it was quite funny because when I brought the clients down to show them, I said, have you seen your bamboos? And she said, when did you plant those? And I went, darling, they've been in your garden for about 20 years. So the other thing that's caught the side of the camera is this resplendent row of Trachelospermum jasminoid. Look at this. Amazing. We've just got enough sunlight in this part of the garden. It smells like a perfume shop. It is truly delightful. If you could, I don't know, touch the screen to smell this, it is totally amazing. If you want to buy these, they're probably sort of 36 to 46 pounds each. I think they represent exceptional value for money in terms of almost instant cover. Flowers from mid-spring right the way through to the end of summer. And they're a non-invasive climate. These tendrils tend to climb. I mean, we're going to put some cables across here for them to climb up and get rid of the bamboos, so they'll tidy up over time. I need to crack on, folks. Do tune in next time and we'll perhaps continue this journey down the side of the pool and onto what could be the other side of this amazing acer tree, a beautiful new lawn. So tune in next time, and thanks for watching.